Okay, Coach, thank you. We've got clear skies and brisk temperatures. You know what that is? That's perfect fall football weather here at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Not 54, 20. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Time to go. Night. Check 9.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season.
Watch the twist. Check nickel.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. And they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. So the face mask certainly helps things as they'll start up past the 30 on first down. Now a run with Henderson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They go with Gurley on first down, but he goes nowhere. They bottle him up for a loss of a couple. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Goff. He gets it to Cooks.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
White 80. 58, right over there,
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Boston Scott, his first carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your...
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And some room to work. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big run there by Gurley. And even 50 yards. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Jared Goff hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On the carry is Henderson, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a first and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Michael Brockers in on the stop.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And able to find Conley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see momentum because now they're reading their patterns.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. He's at the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff dumps it off to Gurley. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, Steve 6.
Throwing on third. Goff. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury.
Break it on. 180.
54 miles. Watch one.
76. Tell him. 76. 76.
Now on second and 13. Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Rams on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Hey, Haywood.
On second and 9, Goff into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30, the 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd and 7, Goff, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30, stops him short of the 1st down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Both of them. 7-7.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd and a yard, Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tiger.
Goff now to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Maverick.
Mike's 50. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 50.
Out of the gun. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
180.
50, Mike 50. I'm here all day.
5.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, as the first half is winding down, and the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
59. Focus. Kill. He's checking. Crash. Mike's 59. Mike's 50.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, fellas.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, dude. Let's go.
Mike, check. 59.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Black 20.
Roethlisberger now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger, and that's caught left side, seals Jones with it.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Henderson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run on first down. It's Scott. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They go again with Scott. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get that ball right here. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the money.
Hey, 76. 76.
Now Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him, but he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. He's got the hookup with Conley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Ben to throw again. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A pass complete here to Conley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Mike is 59.
Bravo.
It's out time. It's out time, guys. It's out time. Mike's fine.
8.
Let's go. Switch.
Double.
Shift.
Black is good.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his last 7 straight passes. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Aqib Talib. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
A run with Gurley there on 1st down. Going to get about 4 yards. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Davis now to return it. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
They have no love to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
I'm going back to you. Begin. Check. Hot route. Hot.
Here's Roethlisberger. Caught here by Conley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for us Steelers.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. On first down, it's Samuels. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, it's Scott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Black 80.
Henderson will try to run for the first. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll look to run with Henderson, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Darrell Henderson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. A first down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
That's what I do.
Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
The
Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
What? 180. 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Los Angeles, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.